Hello Z Warriors, and welcome to my first video ever of DBZ on this channel. I'm just going to kick things off with a deck profile, and we're just going to jump straight to it. So, it's my Saiyan Trunks deck, and we'll just get things started. So, it's the mastery that we need. Yeah, nice and foily. Obviously, Trunks can't play a Trunks deck without Trunks. Levels 1 through 4, nice and all foily and shiny. So let's get on with the deck. So one Trunks Sword Slash. Sword Slash being just, I like the card, but at the same time is also not a Saiyan style card, so you can't raise your anger if you play it or if you rejuvenate it. So you want to try and have a good amount of Saiyan style cards as possible to make use of Enraged and some other cards. So, and it's good to banish 6 cards, so nice and foily as well. 3 Devastating Blows. This card right here is, I think, a staple in this meta. It raises your anger, so it replaces, any Saiyan style attack. It also has anger control, which Saiyan doesn't really have right now. And you get to banish 3 cards. So with Trunks already banishing via his level 1 and 2 effects, as well as Sword Slash, it's just more control over the graveyard. So definitely, I think, a staple right now to banish allies, because Ginyu is a problem. Next up, we have Saiyan Acute Rapid 7, 3 copies. This card is just good because it helps recycle and kind of keeps you alive, because even if they time, you can still play the attacks and they'll still go at the bottom of your life deck. So it's really good to just keep, obviously, having life. There's nothing wrong with that. Three Saiyan Elbow Drop. So this card's really good because it's basically 2 attacks in 1. It costs 1, but most likely this thing's gonna hit, so you gain the stages, so it's kind of irrelevant, and it raises anger. So this card's really, really good. Every time my opponent plays against me, it's like, you have to at least take one of them. Three Saiyan Clothesline. This card is really good in this deck too, because Trunks just has monstrous power stages, especially when he jumps from level 1 to 2. So it's important to know that you have this card out and you play it, you can do some serious damage. 3 Saiyan Surprise. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. I think the whole reason I'm playing Trunks because the fact that Ginyu level 3 prevents his allies from being discarded via crit effect, but Saiyan Surprise destroys them, so it's totally different. So even if Ginyu's at level 3, surprise, this card comes out of nowhere and just kicks Ginyu in the balls, and then you can just banish the allies later, hopefully with either a Devastating Blow or something like that. But yeah, this card is just really, really good. So I think any Saiyan deck should really play 3 copies of this card. Saiyan Flying Tackle, just for more beats. With Trunks, especially if you play this card, you can destroy the top card knowing what it is if it's something irrelevant, and really just get in there to do some extra power stages of damage. Oops. 3 Saiyan Gut Kick. Gut Kick's really, really good, simply because against Ginyu, if you have this card in another attack, you can play it. If they stop it, they can't counter with Ginyu's effect because they skip their next action. So you have another physical just to knock them right away to drain Ginyu stages before they can really start to go off. So this card's just a really good card just to kick them hard and kick them harder. Three Saiyan Direct Strike. It's mainly here because of the endurance, and the fact that it does stages and life cards also helps too, but for me, it's mainly the endurance, which is huge. Endurance 4 is a pretty big deal. So again, you can stack it on top of Trunks. So you do an energy attack, you just put this card on top. It's basically nothing. Now we have 3 Saiyan Foot Stomp. So this card right here is okay. I mean, it's attack table +2. I mean, the real reason is here because of the endurance 3, and it does have some anger control if it hits, but if it hits or not, it's just mainly for the endurance. 3 Saiyan Light Jab. This card is just more endurance. It's not really that great of a card, you know. It's okay at best. I mean, physical attack +4, you know, it's not bad. But for me, it's mainly just like the endurance factor again. Three Saiyan Left Kick. This card is really good, has endurance, and just does life directly. So it's a good way to really catch people off guard, you know, just to try and get some crit damage in there if possible. And raise your anger 2 levels. So it's a really, really good card to help speed up, especially like with Trunks or any other Saiyan person that's not Vegeta. You know, this card will help you try and get to the levels faster. And the only energy attack I play in this deck is Saiyan Pinpoint Blast. Has endurance, which is always good, and instant crit, so it's a good 1-for-1 to capture Dragon Ball or get rid of an ally or lower anger. So whatever you need at the moment, it's there. So it's really good to just control, and if you need something, it's a good 1-for-1 snipe. The only physical blocks I do play are 3 Saiyan Arm Catch. So Arm Catch, just, you know, at the same time, you don't want to lose to like physical beatdown decks. Even though saying you gain stages, you know, if they stop your attack, you don't gain the stages. So it's always good to still at least have some kind of protection from physicals. Raises your anger and has endurance as well. Now, Saiyan right now is only set 1, so they only have a certain amount of energy attacks they can do. Energy blocks, sorry. So I maxed out on all the energy stops because Ginyu is a thing. So 3 Saiyan Focus. You know, if the bottom card is Saiyan styled, oh, it's a style card, sorry, your opponent loses 4 stages. So that's why we don't want to have too many sword slashes or anything like that, because you want to have a good amount of Saiyan cards in your discard pile. Saiyan Supreme block. So since Trunks is always normally higher than your opponent's MP, this card's usually live. Its effect to shuffle back in, so they keep reusing and using it over again. It's really awesome. And raise your anger 1. So I like this card a lot. Now we have 3 Saiyan Energy Reflection. So this card right here is really good. It's just energy stopper, but it has endurance and it raises your anger. So it's, you know, you can get anger on your opponent's turn, is always good. Now for the combats, or sorry, events, thinking oldie. Obviously your staple time. You know, if you're not playing this card, something wrong. Every deck should play it. Next up, 2 Heroic Energy Sphere, and it has Trunks on it, so it's awesome. It rejuvenates 1, so if it's a Saiyan style card, you know, you gain 1 anger, so that's always good. 2 right now, I might try and get a 3rd. I just decided 2 is a good, safe number, but I might bump it up to 3. Depends on how organized play comes and if there's any good events in future. 3 Confrontation. This card's really good just to see your opponent's hand. It's a good countermeasure just to make way for your Saiyan style attacks. Make sure that you ensure that they do hit and they hit hard. So that's really good. And the only setups I do play are 3 Saiyan Enrage. This card's just absolutely nuts. For some reason with Saiyan right now, they don't have that many cards that rejuvenate outside of just the game mechanic itself. So this is the only card that actually, Saiyan style card that actually just rejuvenates. You know, so hopefully we get some more in set 2. But this card's just really good just to raise your anger, basically level up for the most part with this card. And it's just really good to gain your stages back if you're in a pinch. And you, with Trunks, since he's usually higher than a lot of MPs, the second effect of getting that card to draw the card is usually live. And then 2 Dragon Balls I play are Dragon Ball 2 and Dragon Ball 4. Dragon Ball 2 mainly because you have a hard time against the Namekian and you need something to kind of control them. And you don't really have that many anger lowering cards, so the best option is to lower. Or you could even lower yourself too if you want to, like from Trunks 3 to Trunks 4 to Trunks 3 to get the extra card or something like that, since you level up pretty quickly. So it doesn't really hurt you that much if you level down, but it can hurt your opponent a lot more. Same reason why we play Dragon Ball 4, because cards like Visiting the Past or drills that just stay there, you know, you have a hard time getting rid of them. So I play DB4 because I only played 3 setups, so it doesn't hurt me that much, and it will hurt my opponent more. So that's the deck profile of my Saiyan Trunks deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. You could like and subscribe and leave some comments below. Take care. Bye.